More than 1 billion people watched around the world as 33 miners were rescued in Chile after surviving underground for an astonishing 69 days.
Natalie was there covering it all. Spent more than 2 weeks reporting on the rescue mission, which would become one of the greatest survival stories of all time.
And now their story has been made into a movie called The 33, and Natalie sat down with the all-star cast of Antonio Banderas, Diamond Phillips, Juliette, Binoche, and Rodrigo Santoro.
I believe we'll make it out of here because I choose to believe it.
It is an affirmation of life, a huge symbol to the world that our heroes, you know, are normal people. They don't wear capes, they don't wear tights.
That's the heart of the mountain. She finally broke.
Antonio Banderas plays real-life Mario Sepulveda, Super Mario, as he became known for leading the men below.
You actually got to spend time with him on set. What was he like?
Well, he's a force of nature, really. He's a man that, for good or for bad, he learned very early in his life to survive. We don't know in what condition they would have arrived if it wouldn't have been somebody to organize them in the way that he did. Everybody happy? Yeah.
The only way in, the only way out.
The movie was shot in Chile and deep within mines in Colombia.
I've never been so dirty in my whole life. And you get in this cold shower with a brush, you're brushing yourself, and at the end of an hour and a half brushing yourself, say, I'm clean. And then you go to bed, and you wake up in the morning, and you know the Holy Shroud? It was a negative of us right there in the bed. It was like, it's not possible. I'm still dirty after all this, you know. But what you understand is that we live that temporarily, the things that miners have to go through for years.
What exactly are you saying?
Rodrigo Santoro plays the face of the rescue mission, politician Lawrence Goldberg.
I think he was sent there as a politician to solve the problem, but he starts to understand in a very human level what they're going through. You know, it's not about there are miners down there, it's like, it's my brother, it's my father, and it becomes so human in that way that this man goes through a real transformation.
I want you to promise me you do something.
I can promise you we're going to do everything we can.
And Juliette, it was as much about the stories that were going on below ground as it was about what was happening above ground. And Camp Esperanza, or Camp Hope, they were the ones who kept hope alive.
Well, they were the first ones. The women were the first one to be at the gate and yelling. They wouldn't stop shouting and saying, this is injustice, we need to know what's going on, do something.
We're gonna do this.
The men lost weight to play the parts, but Antonio had his own technique.
Every time that a scene came and I knew they were photographing my body, I just did this. I just put everything inside, and it actually looks very good, you know, because actually you have to be like that for 15, 20 seconds, you know, at a time, and then just boom, just go off.
Speaking of food, Lou, you're a foodie. And I know that you like to cook on set. Did you do any of the cooking?
Save our lives.
You know, thank you. No disrespect to Zipaquirra, but they're used to feeding truckers and farmers. Plantains for every meal. I've never seen it. I felt like, you know, a Bubba Blue from, Forrest Gump. You know, sauteed plantains, fried plantains, boiled plantains, plantain sandwiches, mashed plantains. You know, every single day. So by the end of the shooting in Zipaquirra, I was feeding probably 30, 40 people every Sunday.
Let's get ourselves some miners.
The story belongs to the world because we all followed up when it was happening. And the fact that it had a great resolution was for all the humanity, a sort of a big hope in our hearts. So being there and surrounded by such a cast, it was fantastic. We had great time together.
The 33 opens on Friday, and it feels like just yesterday when this all played out, and Natalie was right there.
She was there every day covering it, yeah.
It's going to be a phenomenal movie.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.